I believe, put up a Facebook post today talking about it. And what we're talking about is, unfortunately, this past week, we had 3 young people take their own lives, all in Seminole County high schools.
Which is, I mean, 1 is too many, but 3 in 1 week.
And, they were all in that 14 to 15-year-old range. Yeah. Let's see, we had Winter Springs, we had Hagerty, and we had Lyman, I believe.
Yes.
All had 3 young people take their own lives, and it's been a very difficult week for those schools, and and a lot of those people had friends and family, that's tough on students.
This is the first time, guys, where and it's one of those things as a parent. Like, so I guess sometimes it's not in the front of mind that these are probably conversations that you should have. I guess going up to you don't think of it, and so. In the case, my daughter, she had she was in class with the softball player. They sat next to each other in that class, and then the other ball player, she was friends with him.
Wow!
And so, and like when you were walking by just now, she was telling me how in the class that she had with the softball player, the teacher had decorated her desk and everything and all that. So, but it's just a heavy conversation.
It is.
To have with especially not especially, but with any 15-year-old, but young lady, and then it's another young woman taking her life, and that proximity to it,
Don't do what my dad did when it happened to me. When I had a classmate take their own lives when I was a sophomore in high school.
Yeah, that's what she is.
And he, this is back in the old school days, right? Well, that kid's just stupid.
Yeah.
That was a dumb choice and it was like, I hear you, Dad, but this is not the time to be using those words.
Read the room.
Because our school is raw.
Yeah. And the funny thing is, in my high school, we didn't deal with this ever. There were we dealt with the death, a couple of traffic deaths, but no one that would take their own life. So we would have not had any. Like, I wouldn't have had any faculty or reason to have a conversation with any of my kids because, again, just about like what Angel said. How do you even draw that? Oh, everybody come and sit down for a minute, and we're going to give you a just-in-case conversation.
Yeah.
How would you even approach that? Because, your kids are at that point also, they're so kind of convinced they know more about life than you already. It would kind of come off as almost kind of disingenuous. But, of course, we see now that's obviously not the case.
I think a lot of it is just checking in and saying, I was a teenager once too, and I remember it was very confusing and very depressing.
Yeah.
It's very depressing. And that was before the advent of social media and everything else. But it's always been depressing. It's always been challenging and confusing.
And at that age where you've got everything else, like everything is going on, and sometimes I think, at that age, you think that it's just happening to you.
Exactly.
Life is changing. Your body is changing. The way you perceive life is changing.
The world is changing. Think about it. When we were, under the constant threat of nuclear war, it was like, well, our parents don't understand what that was like.
Right.
They probably went through their own challenges. So it's easy to feel like it's not a conversation, but at the same time, Angel, just having your shoulder available for her, taking her somewhere to, engage her in something different.
Yeah, I'm grabbing her and her friends tonight. And
you can't say take her mind off of it, but at the same time, it's a distraction. Yeah. Exactly.
And by the way, we have a teacher from Lyman that listens all the time, and he's texting me right now and said, hey, I talked to you and told you guys about this earlier this week, and I wasn't ignoring you, brother, but, we have a certain protocol we have to carry and follow here at the station before we get anything out there, and it has to be confirmed, and you have to be very careful about the sensitivity of this stuff, man. These are children.
Yeah, we can't just go on the air off of a text.
I just can't
put people, serious.
It's just hard to put a subject like that on blast when you want to make sure that you're being sensitive to the families and the people around and the other students whose parents could listen to this show. Yeah. And we know that to be the case.
Yeah.
So again, no disrespect, dog, because I appreciate you listening, but this is one of those things we kind of know our business here, and we have to make sure that we pay attention to those things and don't want to cause a bigger issue than might already be there, But that is just absolutely horrifying information. And, something I never had to deal with as a kid. Never dealt with that. I never had anybody close to me take their own life.
I only had that one experience, but that one experience literally changed our school overnight.
Yeah. All right, 77031. You can always text us there if you have a comment. We have a bunch of them coming in right now. There is a lot of stuff going on out there this weekend, man. A lot of stuff happening in the news. But I want to ask you guys something. Did you ever have one of your favorite spots closed down and you didn't know about it?
Yeah, in Orlando in the last, let's say, 5-6 years, there's been a ton of spots that have closed down.
Well, 2 have closed on me, and I found out one this afternoon by walking up the door and trying to pull it open, and it was closed. And, dude, look, I know this is going to sound ridiculous, but there's this Japanese buffet that was right up the street here, and that Publix Plaza that I used to like to hit about once every 2 weeks, because it was like all-you-can-eat sushi, and the food was great. It really was good for a buffet.
Until you came in here and burped and then snored.
But, man, that thing it closed down. I went up to pull the door today. I was going to sneak in there and grab me some food. Went to grab the door. I noticed it was also closed on Monday. I thought maybe they're just maybe closing on Monday. There's no sign on the door. Went to the truck, opened up their Facebook page, permanently closed.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, the damn Post Time Lounge is closing permanently. I think after Petrified Forest tonight, we're going to slide over and try to catch a show. But their Facebook page is down. Their website's down already.
I think they're done at the end of this month.
Yeah. November 2nd
definitely.
is their
November
last
2nd?
show.
Okay.
Yeah, that's their last show or their last opening night. So I'm going to try to kick it out there tonight and at least kind of go in there and stir around and do one shot of Jaeger for the old times. That's kind of a bummer, man. I mean, I hate that kind of thing. When something becomes part of your normal, like, day or week or month or whatever, and you're just used to popping in there. I remember when they even moved the Starbucks I went to, they just moved it a block away, and I was pissed.
Yeah,
I know exactly what you're talking about. And it wasn't conducive to the way that you came in the morning. It made it a pain in the ass.
Oh my God, it was the worst. That stupid drive-through under the apartment complex. Get out of here with that.
I quit going to that place. That's funny. I did the same thing. And they throw in an AT&T cell phone store, the other one. No,
Exactly.
not dismissing AT&T. I'm just saying.
It was a liquor store first. They turned it into the public liquor store, and then they turned it into an AT&T store.
Yeah.
Man, oh man.
For me, it's the Wow Factory.
Yeah.
A little shop in Mount Dora where you used to get all your funky fun socks for Christmas and some great kitchen magnets. Went there to go buy a gift a couple of weeks ago, and it's
Closed.
like, well, where's the store?
My wife and I were kind of contending, like, how do you even go out of business out there? I mean, literally, they bring in like 100,000 people a weekend for like 3/4 of the year.
Well,
I mean,
apparently,
you have to be selling AIDS in there. My God Almighty, how do you go out of business in a store that has 500,000 people walking by it every 20 minutes?
I don't know, but they still apparently didn't get the memo. Stay open for me.
They didn't? Okay, good.
Damn it.
Looking forward to a Petrified Forest. I'm not much of a Halloween Horror Nights guy because there's so much walking. So my wife and her friend goes, but man, I am dying to go to Petrified Forest tonight. It's so much fun. And it's become like a Central Florida legend, has it not?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And there's a couple trails out there in the Lake County area that are also supposed to be pretty good. There's a lot of stuff out there to do this coming up because the weather's so good. All right, 77031. There's a bunch of stuff to talk about today. The ruling from an airline on dogs is going to be interesting. We didn't talk about the 24-year-old Hooters assistant manager that wants to be the mayor of Lakeland. We're going to talk about that a little bit. A Winter Springs cop has got himself in some trouble, and divorce rates are changing in America as well. What do you have for news for us today?
Well, we're going to talk about air delays to grow as the government shutdown lingers. Keep that in mind with your Thanksgiving and holiday travel. DeSantis announces a plan to relieve traffic in Central Florida, and police arrest Postal Malone.
Okay.
We'll talk about that and more coming up next during JCS News.
You got it, 77031. That's how you text us. Your 3 o'clock keyword is money, MONEY. Get over to realradio.fm and send that off for your chance at $1,000. Back in a sec with Deb's News and more of The Jim Colbert Show.
Something on your mind? Text us at 77031. Standard data and message rates apply. Real Mobile is powered by Orange Buick GMC and OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
2 right lanes are blocked on I-95 southbound just past LPGA Boulevard. Northbound lanes are taking a peek, slowing things down. 2 right lanes are blocked on US 27 southbound before Florence Villa Grove. Traffic slowing down on all the major roadways this afternoon, so travel with caution. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Fresh from Florida.
You can depend on Florida farmers. Our farm is where we live and work. It's where we raise our families and provide for yours. When you shop for Florida-grown fruits and vegetables, look for local. Choose Fresh from Florida, the homegrown brand of Florida farmers.
Guys, check it out. Next Saturday, October 25th, you can enjoy an evening of culinary artistry and artisan cocktails at Harry's Sip and Savor Fall event. And if you haven't been to one yet, please make your plans. This is one of the most amazing tasting events out there. They do 3 a year. This is the last one. You're going to get pumpkin spice seared scallops, honey garlic roast pork tenderloin, oxtail rigatoni. Those are just 3 of the 6 gourmet dishes you are going to enjoy. And you're going to pair that up with some great cocktails. How about a cinnamon toast crunch martini, a limoncello London fog martini, or a passion fruit and rosemary Mai Tai? And again, that's just 3 of the cocktails. They also have a reception drink as well. Indulge in a multi-course menu by Chef Tallaluna and inspired cocktails by Edrington. Seats sell very quickly. Get yours today easily at harryspoolside.com/Harry's Sip and Savor.
Core Flooring Center in Winter Park is the go-to destination for flooring. Visit coreflooringfl.com.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. Good news if you're considering a reverse mortgage. Rates have improved again this week. Get a same-day quote at thatmortgageguyDon.com.
ThatmortgageguyDon.com. We want to see ya.
In a Greenway Kia. For over 23 years, my family's been saying it. And right now, the savings are at an all-time high. During the Kia Fall Savings Event, every new Kia is discounted thousands off MSRP. Plus, when you trade with us, over 40 Greenway dealerships compete for it. Meaning, you could get up to $10,000 over Kelley Blue Book fair market value. I'm Joe Rossi, and I want to see it in a Greenway Kia. Visit greenwaykias.com.
Negative equity refinance. Expires 11/7/25.
My testosterone is back, baby, thanks to Red Mountain Weight Loss. Man, it was really low, and I called Red Mountain Weight Loss and got my testosterone where it needs to be. And I got to tell you, when your testosterone's right, you feel a lot better. You don't feel sluggish anymore. You don't feel like you're unfocused. You don't have problems in the bedroom. Things are better. The truth is, men today have 20% less testosterone than their dads did. So this is a solution by calling Red Mountain Weight Loss. It's a prescription, and it's prescription strength testosterone that you only can get from somebody like Red Mountain Weight Loss. And it's awesome talking to their people, and they make it super easy. So if you're losing testosterone and you're having a problem with energy and building muscle mass, you need to give them a call. I did. I'm so glad that I did. It's a Red Mountain Weight Loss. To book your free video consultation with a licensed doctor today, just get online, get real testosterone from real doctors with real great results. Go to redmountainweightloss.com. That's redmountainweightloss.com, or just dial pound 250 on your phone and say the keyword Red Mountain. It's Red Mountain Weight Loss.
I'm Mo DeWitt, your local Orlando injury attorney. I'm here to talk when you need me, ready to listen. You deserve someone who's available, responsive, and truly invested in your case. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. I'm just one call away at 1-800-CALL-MO.
Looking for the perfect spot to hang with friends or make new ones? Hop on over to Frogger's Grill and Bar. With 4 great locations in Oviedo, Mount Dora, Apopka, and Altamont Springs, there's a Frogger's near you. Their fresh, never frozen menu will blow you away. With over 50 widescreen TVs, you won't miss a single college or NFL game this season. Plus, they're hiring. Join Frogger's family. They need qualified line cooks and managers at all locations. Apply online at Froggers.com or apply in person between 2 and 4 p.m. daily. Frogger's Grill and Bar. Hoppin' with food and fun.
At Mayo Clinic in Florida, we are solving the unsolvable. Our transplant experts are using new technologies like machine perfusion to increase the number of usable organs, reduce waiting times, and allow more patients to receive life-saving liver, heart, kidney, and lung transplants. We're making more possible at Mayo Clinic because every day we're doing what's never been done. Learn more at mayoclinic.org/possible. Mayo Clinic, you know where to go.
Hey, I'm Mike Slater. My dad passed away at the age of 63. It's out of nowhere. Had a stroke. Super hard, obviously, for the whole family, but my dad had life insurance. This is why I have life insurance for my family, for my wife and 4 kids. And the best place to get life insurance is ethos.com, because you can do it in 10 minutes. And there's no medical exam and no blood test, just a few health questions. Get life insurance in 10 minutes so your family is protected. Ethos, ETHOS, ethos.com/Mike.
Hey, can you blow up some balloons for Jack's party?
I can't. I'm so congested.
You need Sinex Severe from Vicks.
Sinex Severe nasal spray.
Yeah, just Sinex. Breathe.
Sinex Severe instantly relieves nasal congestion and works 6 times faster than nasal decongestant tablets. The 12 hours of relief allow you to get back to the moments that matter without congestion.
Daddy, we need more balloons.
On it.
Try Sinex Severe from Vicks. Just Sinex. breathe. Use as directed.
Sports season is in high gear, and iHeartRadio's got it all. The NFL.
It's a touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Baseball postseason.
Tail time in game 1.
College football, the NHL, and the NBA is about to tip off. It's all right at your fingertips on the iHeart app with play-by-play podcasts and local stations where you can join the conversation.
I agree with the last caller. We got to be done with that guy.
Join the millions who are already doing it. Open the free iHeartRadio app now. Sports on iHeartRadio, where fans live
It's
it.
a crime to pay more than a dime. One dime down at RC Hill Mitsubishi in DeLand. Just go to rchill.com.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show.
I said the hip hop, the hip me to the hip hop. You don't stop the rocker to the bang bang boogie. Say up jump the boogie to the rhythm of the boogie beat.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. Your 3 o'clock keyword is money, M-O-N-E-Y. Slide over to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. Money, guys. That is your 3 o'clock keyword. I'm laughing a little bit. I got a text from an old friend. You guys may know him. And he texted me with a No Kings t-shirt on and a gas mask.
Nice.
And he's headed out to protest tomorrow and possibly across the nation.
Can't wait.
Yeah.
Who is it?
Who do you think it is?
I don't know.
Who does that fit that we know from our past?
Oh, it's got to be the great Jim Phillips. It's got to be the great Jim Phillips.
He's the greatest, dude. He sent me this text with his picture, and he's all masked out with his No Kings t-shirt, and bottom of my man is about to stand up. I love it. It's
Just
so fun.
wear an inflatable frog costume.
Right.
Go as a unicorn.
Trust me, he's got that game. He'll do it in a second.
Good, awesome.
All right, welcome back. I'm Jim. Angel's right over there, and Deb has your news.
For JCS News.
Wow, has this guy got to put his name on everything?
It's in my contract, dude.
Here's the news on the Jim Colbert Show.
JCS News is brought to you by that mortgage guy, Don. Give him a listen tomorrow morning when he's host of the Home Loans Radio Show. Florida lawmakers are pushing a series of bills aimed at cutting property taxes, mostly for homeowners with a homestead exemption. The proposals range from eliminating non-school taxes to capping how fast property values can rise. House Speaker Daniel Perez says voters should decide which ideas make it into law on the 2026 ballot. Let me just say that again. House Speaker Daniel Perez says voters should decide which ideas make it into law on the 2026 ballot. That felt so refreshing to say.
Yeah.
Governor DeSantis has called for major property tax relief, but school funding would remain untouched under all plans.
Good.
The National Hurricane Center is monitoring 2 areas for potential tropical development. An area south of Nova Scotia, never expected to hear that in the National Hurricane Center, has a low 10% chance of development due to cooler waters outside of the Gulf Stream. However, an area east of the Windward Islands may eventually develop into a tropical system as it moves westward into the Caribbean. Forecasters say that could happen by the end of next week. The next potential named storm is Melissa. And you know she's just going to be a deer.
Yeah, sweet Melissa.
Sweet Melissa. All right, a man accused of tying his dog to a fence as Hurricane Milton approached the Tampa Bay area last year is no longer facing criminal charges. The Hillsborough State Attorney's Office says prosecutors didn't have enough evidence Giovanni Aldama Garcia acted intentionally. The dog, later named Trooper, was rescued by a state trooper and became the face of a new Florida law protecting pets during disasters. Governor DeSantis signed Trooper's law in May after it passed unanimously in the state legislature. And if you remember, after Trooper was rescued, the governor himself had taken to Twitter like, let's find this guy.
Right, and how did he get off? He said that there was no intention that he was going to harm the animal. He chained the animal to a fence while the water was rising.
I know, and the prosecutor is having to defend this decision. They're having to defend this decision. I think, if anything, maybe the consolation is that now there is a law going forward that not only can Giovanni not do this again, but nor can anyone else.
I was going to say, I mean, he got acquitted. I mean, how many teeth can the law have if they let the guy Who did it go?
I don't know. I don't know. But like I said, the prosecutor is having to answer for that decision.
Good old Florida coming through like a drunk aunt.
Yeah.
A Northeast Florida congressman wants to keep air traffic controllers paid during the government shutdown. Representative Aaron Bean has introduced the Aviation Funding Stability Act to protect essential FAA workers. Bean says the bill is a preemptive strike against chaos in the control tower. Transportation officials say staffing shortages among air traffic controllers have caused more than half of all flight delays since the shutdown began, up from 5% in normal times, raising serious concerns about safety and reliability. And in a related story, as the government shutdown heads into another weekend, experts are warning anyone planning to fly to be prepared to wait. Travel editor Peter Greenberg says the average delay is 45 minutes and it goes up drastically during peak travel times.
I've been on probably 4 flights this week. None of them took off on time because air traffic control wouldn't release them to take off because they could not handle the load.
And he predicts these delays are going to go up exponentially as more and more controllers call in sick the longer the shutdown continues. I mean, that's a pretty stressful job without a paycheck.
Absolutely.
If the shutdown stretches into the Thanksgiving travel period, which is about 5 weeks away, Greenberg fears things are going to get really, really messy because so far travel numbers are trending 2% higher above last year's record numbers of travelers.
Damn.
So imagine you have air traffic controllers and TSA security people who are not getting paid working that horrendous holiday travel season. And the longer that delay goes on, the more and more of these folks are just going to call in sick.
Man.
I mean, they're not getting paid to deal
Yeah.
with all that S.
Yeah, my wife flew home from Austin yesterday, and I was like, yeah.
Yeah, I know. Let's just say I'm very happy to know the Bradshaws are flying this weekend as well and not waiting.
I
Get
checked
your
my life
ass
insurance
up.
policy right before she got on.
Oh, man.
I let her know, too. I was like, oh, got to up your value there.
An elected official in Brevard County may sue his colleagues. The Palm Bay City Council voted yesterday to censure Councilman Chandler Langevin. The vote was in response to social media posts he made accusing Indians of exploiting the U.S. immigration system and called for every single one of them to be deported. Some called the post xenophobic and racist. Langevin says he may sue the council. His lawyer tells West 2 the council is trying to limit Langevin's free speech rights.
Oh, this little baby. Little baby.
I mean, if that's what we're telling teachers with their
Yeah.
social media posts, then
Right, yeah.
why is yours any different?
It's not.
It's not.
You little
so
baby.
guess what? You exercised your First Amendment
That's right.
rights, and now you're getting the consequences.
Right.
That's part of being an adult.
That's right.
But
Both
his name
sides,
is
yeah.
Chandler.
Oh,
Don't. Yeah.
yeah. We
I
know.
mean, come on.
We know.
Right?
We know. Private school Chandler.
All right.
King of adversity.
Exactly.
Little baby.
Snowflake.
Oh, little baby. Oh.
A Central Florida babysitter, man, is accused of poisoning a baby she was caring for. Okeechobee County authorities say 59-year-old Anna Adamo used apparently antifreeze to poison the 11-month-old boy who was put on life support. The incident happened back in February, but Adamo wasn't taken into custody until last week. She's been charged with aggravated child abuse, attempted murder, and poisoning with intent to kill. Adamo has since been released on a $600,000 bond. And what's more fascinating than that, she faced these accusations before. But unfortunately, there was not enough evidence in that case to arrest her, so she was released, and years later, she's babysitting another child.
Well, God almighty, let's get her back out in the public then. Let's do whatever we can to get her back out in public. Did she post bond, by the way?
Yes.
$600K.
600. So she came up with,
That's
that's
60
60 grand.
Jeez Louise.
Probably should have used that for your defense, but that's just me.
Wow, man.
Apparently, babysitting must be paying pretty good. If you,
Yeah,
I mean, that's
I think to get a babysitter these days, I don't know. I haven't gotten one in a while because all my kids are older. But I mean, when we were just getting out of the game, it was $25 an hour for anybody that you could even remotely trust. $25 an hour. I mean, I could get somebody that was living behind a 7-Eleven and do it for $1.50. And I did twice, but it didn't turn out great. They just wound up passing out. My kids did what they wanted. But when you want one of those, they'll actually call you when something goes on. That's going to cost you $25 or $30. I bet it's probably $50 an hour right now.
I wouldn't. I mean,
I bet it's $100 to get a babysitter for like an evening for maybe 3 or 4 hours right now.
Man, Part of me wishes I was babysitting right now, because
That's
back
good
in the
money.
day, you'd make $25 the whole night.
That's how that Virginia Goyfrey or whatever.
Giuffre?
Giuffre, right? That's how she started with the Epstein crew.
I did not know that.
She actually got in at Mar-a-Lago,
right,
by babysitting for the rich and famous there, and then they kind of commingled, and she wound up in that circle.
Well, speaking of that, I know you're going to talk a little bit later about the new changes for one Andrew.
Yeah, I don't know how this guy's not in jail.
An Englishman named Andrew.
Yeah.
Formerly Prince. All right. Well, this next story said, hold my beer. An Orlando church leader is facing criminal charges. Gary Wheeler is accused of using someone else's identity without her consent to apply for a life insurance policy that had him as the sole beneficiary. He's bishop at Ocoee's Changing Your World Church. I guess he meant that literally. But the alleged victim says Wheeler used to be pastor at her church in Wisconsin. Makes you wonder how many states
he's done this. Yeah.
Exactly. How many people has he victimized as pastor around the country?
I don't know that's that uncommon in those circles like that. We know with the Catholic Church they will shuffle them around some, and I don't think that's saved for just the Catholic Church. I think that a lot of religious organizations, when they find somebody that have some trouble in a certain area, they'll ship them off or send them out. They won't do what they should do. They'll protect them because of they're part of the game.
Well, I don't know if there is a senior organization over, or if this is just a pastor who travels the country, but he's charged with 3 felonies. Insurance agent Katrina Ann Phillips is also charged. This is some good news. Brevard County Sheriff's Office is doing its part to improve some neighborhoods. We've talked about this particular house in the news before, but the BCSO's High Intensity Target, or HIT unit, is tearing down nuisance homes. Think of that squatter in your neighborhood that you've been calling code enforcement for years. Now, the first home taken down was in Melbourne on Seneca Drive. A neighbor says the home had been neglected since the owner died 5 years ago, driving property values down. Kids can no longer walk in the neighborhood without being accosted by the squatters.
Is this part of that compound that was over there, or no?
No, that's Volusia County.
Okay, gotcha.
This is down in Brevard County, and the homeowners around in the neighborhood would call the sheriff's office, and they're like, listen, it's in probate. There's nothing we can do, but finally the sheriff's office got this HIT unit together, and they're going to be going after these nuisance homes throughout Brevard County.
Right.
A neighbor, so he also tells Spectrum News 13 that house was screwing up the whole neighborhood, but now there may be light at the end of the tunnel. Speaking of light at the end of the tunnel, Florida is taking what the governor calls major steps to relieve traffic congestion in Central Florida. Governor Ron DeSantis announced yesterday the state is adding 17 miles of new express lanes to I-4 in Hillsborough County.
Oh, nice.
There will also be a new truck parking facility along the I-4 corridor in Polk County.
Oh, cool.
DeSantis says the state is also breaking ground on the nation's first infrastructure for advanced air mobility, or AAM.
Are those flying cars?
The FAA describes AAM as a new aviation concept that uses highly automated electric or hybrid aircraft to transport people and goods.
Yeah, I heard that. I saw a story that's been repeating on, I think, Newsweek that says you can learn how to fly one of these flying cars that are in like 5 minutes. And by the way, there used to be a truck rest area out in that Polk County area. My dad used to tell me about it. The
lot lizards.
The salacious sexual transfer of humanity out there was so bad that the FDOT literally shut it down. That's how bad it was.
Really?
My old man used to tell me stories. You'd pull up there with your brights on, and they would come out of the woodwork like fleas. Like, it was crazy, dude. He said what was going on in those places.
Oh, man.
So when truckers tell you it's sketchy.
I know, exactly.
when a trucker tells you it's sketchy, take their word for it.
Man, that's another level of sketch.
That'd be like a carny going, I wouldn't ride that.
Show title.
I wouldn't ride that, dude. I mean, it looks fun. But it is literally held together with gum and duct tape.
Meanwhile, a traffic project is in the works in Orange and Osceola counties to help with gridlock there. Narcoossee Road. You know, little old Narcoossee. Nothing to see here.
What's crazy about that is they built literally a new city of Orlando. Isn't that where that just got that new annexation for Orange County? Isn't that one of the areas like Lake Nona area?
I believe so.
It is a 2-lane cow road that's been going out there, this major facility for the longest time. It's so insane.
Well, Narcoossee is a crucial north-south corridor in the area, and traffic officials say the daily vehicle count exceeds the road's capacity.
Oh, I'm sure.
Officials hope their new toll road project, State Road 534, will offer relief. However, it won't be completed for several years. All right. This is a troubling sign for sea life. Some dead dolphins are showing signs of Alzheimer's-like disease. A study of the brains of 20 bottlenose dolphins that washed ashore along Florida's Indian River Lagoon had high concentrations of a deadly chemical. Experts say that chemical is scarring their brains in a way that resembles the brain of a human patient who has Alzheimer's.
Wow, really? That's interesting.
Now, the bacteria is found in blue-green algae blooms and are highly toxic to brain regions related to memory, thinking, and communication. The toxin levels are extremely high during peak algae season. And, of course, this is, again, just part of that push to clean up the Indian River Lagoon and protect the sea life that lives there.
Wow, that's crazy.
Because you don't want to be a parent like this next couple.
I hate it when you say stuff like that and then look at me the way you just looked at me.
Why?
With those judging eyes.
I know it's going to be really bad.
Well, it's all in context, Jimmy.
Nuance, Jimmy.
A Texas couple is accused of leaving their 6-month-old baby on a Florida beach for nearly an hour.
Oh, man.
I saw this story.
Witnesses found the child under a tent on Miramar Beach and stayed there until authorities arrived. The couple, identified as Brian and Sarah Wilkes from Houston, admitted to leaving their child and simply losing track of time. They and their 3 other children took a walk along the beach, didn't bring their cell phone, said it was the baby's nap time, so they just left the baby behind. The baby and its siblings were taken into state custody. Boy, that beach vacation ended a lot differently than you expected, didn't it?
What I would love is closed caption television footage of as they're walking back to the tent and they see like 8 cops standing around the tent.
Paramedics, witnesses.
I want to see that dude's soul fall out of his ass as he walks into what he knows is going to be a very bad year.
Yeah, exactly.
What's going on over there?
Yeah. Next thing you know, you're eating sand.
The parents were charged with child neglect, and the kids were held in DCF custody until relatives could travel here from Texas.
Wow, man.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, again.
They said they lost track of time. They walked away, and it was like 45 minutes to an hour. Like, imagine that when you just come to, and you just realize, OS.
Well, I'm thinking, okay, I understand wanting to take a walk along the beach with your other children, but if you're not going to take a cell phone with you and you've got 3 other kids, then one parent stays behind with the infant.
Or, you leave the youngest kid back there to watch the other youngest kid. Everybody knows that.
That's the move.
Yeah. You leave your 2-year-old
to watch your 6-month-old.
You pre-dial 911 and you say, push the pretty red button if that one stops breathing. Everybody knows that. In Houston, I think it's law.
And you wonder why the judgmental stare. Finally, police in Southern California have arrested a suspected package thief who's earned an amusing moniker. The Irvine Police Department arrested Jacob Daniel Rodriguez of Santa Ana this week. Officers called him Postal Malone because of his vague resemblance to the music star Post Malone, along with plenty of tattoos on his own face.
Yeah.
Officers say Rodriguez is responsible for several package thefts from an apartment complex in Irvine.
Wow.
Postal Malone.
Yeah.
Hey, if he's lucky like the guy in Florida with all his face tattoos, maybe he'll get a spot in GTA's next video game.
Is that what happened?
Yeah, remember the Florida guy?
That lawsuit? Yeah, that was hysterical.
He's
that's
suing.
right.
The Florida Joker.
The Florida Joker.
No. So the update to that, this is the funniest part about that. So he did, GTA dropped the trailer for Grand Theft Auto 6. It's coming out in May.
Yeah.
If you're selling a PS5, holler at your boy. I want the one with the hard drive and the extra memory. We can make a deal. That's neither here nor there.
Right.
So that guy, in the trailer for the video game, there's a character in there, and it looks like the Florida Joker, right? So the dude, somebody got in his ear, announces that he's going to sue. Is it
EA?
Rockstar.
There we go.
He's going to sue them. He wanted like 1.2 million, this, that, whatever, right?
Exactly.
And then it appears that one of his more sober, non-drug taking friends whispered in his ear, like, Bro, that is from your arrest. That's public domain. You don't get to copyright that.
Oh, wow.
So then he came back over the top and he's like, hey, you know what? I'm going to take my lawsuit back, but I'm going to let GTA know, hey, if you need to voice the character, I want to work in partnership with you guys. It was the latest update on that story.
I love that. Oh, I can't do it? My bad, guys. You guys want to work together? I mean, I know just 8 minutes ago I wanted $1.5 million from you, but right now,
you want to work together?
I do a voiceover for pizza.
Exactly. Let's just be friends.
Yeah.
Either way, that concludes your JCS News.
All right. 407
my own whammy bar.
1041. Text us 77031. Your 3 o'clock keyword is money, MONEY. Just go over to realradio.fm and send that off for your chance at $1,000. Back in a sec with more of the Jim Colbert Show at Embers Only.
Get ready to text your vote for sink or sail. Coming up next on the Jim Colbert Show.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your Central Florida forecast. And we're expecting a very Friday-like forecast with temperatures that will be hovering right around the low and middle 80s. Plan for a high of around 84 degrees today in Orlando. A good amount of sunshine, too. We'll stay rain-free today and into much of the weekend. It won't be until Monday that we have our next round of rain, but so far it's only looking like around a 20% chance. Enjoy the low humidity and sunshine for this weekend, though. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by HCA Florida West Volusia Emergency. HCA Florida West Volusia Emergency in DeLand is now open. Visit HCAFloridaHealthcare.com to learn more. This emergency department is part of HCA Florida Lake Monroe Hospital. This is not an urgent care center. Its services are billed at hospital rates.
Hey everybody, Jim Colbert here for my friends over at Life Imaging FLA. Time to tell your friends and family about this place, because I'll tell you what, man, if you have this in your history, if you have heart disease or heart issues in your family history, don't play around with this. I mean, when you consider 1 of 3 people in this country will die of heart disease, and in some of those cases, there are no symptoms, you just drop dead, Life Imaging FLA seems like a complete no-brainer. And I will tell you, the gentleman that called us last week and said, you know, I saw my brother have a heart attack and my dad had a heart attack, I basically concluded there's a possibility that I might have something wrong with me. He goes to Life Imaging FLA. He gets the scan, finds a giant blockage that puts him in the hospital the next day for the surgery to save his life. And that's what these guys do better than anybody. Do not wait. Call these guys now. Get that free heart scan, just a few minimum requirements. It is a $699 value, and they could not have made it easier to make your appointment. Simply pick up your cell phone, dial pound 250, and say the keyword free heart scan. That is it. Pound 250, say that keyword free heart scan. They will connect you in seconds. Guys, make that call. Don't let your health sneak up on you. Take control of your long-term health care today. You'll have the option to receive a one-time auto-dial text message from iHeartMedia.
Heads up, contractors. This fall, we've got a special deal to help you improve efficiency and rake in more revenue. ServiceTitan, the #1 software for the trades, is here to help simplify your operations and drive profitability. This October, when you get started with ServiceTitan, we'll set you up with 2 free months of service and a $1,000 gift card. Don't miss out. This limited time offer ends October 31st. Visit ServiceTitan.com today to schedule a demo. That's ServiceTitan.com.
Looking for the perfect spot to hang with friends or make new ones? Hop on over to Frogger's Grill and Bar. With 4 great locations in Oviedo, Mount Dora, Apopka, and Altamont Springs, there's a Frogger's near you. Their fresh, never frozen menu will blow you away. With over 50 widescreen TVs, you won't miss a single college or NFL game this season. Plus, they're hiring. Join Frogger's family. They need qualified line cooks and managers at all locations. Apply online at Froggers.com or apply in person between 2 and 4 p.m. daily. Frogger's Grill and Bar. Hoppin' with food and fun.
This is the sound of Jack, buzz cutting his way to a small fortune. To Jack, every time he cuts his own hair, that's $50 right in his pocket. If Jack sees DIY buzz cuts as a saving strategy, Wells Fargo is right behind him. And with their mobile app, tracking his savings is easy. Oh, ouch. However you make money work, we can work with that.
Mobile carriers' message and data rates may apply. Wells Fargo Bank, N.A., member FDIC.
Get
Get ready to crank it up. Oktoberfest is taking over Orlando Harley-Davidson October 16th through the 19th. 4 days of nonstop action, daily entertainment, live music, and kicking it off with a free hog roast. You can cool off at the Bikini Bike Wash, vendors throughout the parking lot, and roll into the largest new and pre-owned inventory in the state of Florida. The music's loud, the food is hot, the drinks are cold, and the throttle is wide open. Get all the details at OrlandoHarley.com. We'll see you at Hogtoberfest 2025, October 16th through the 19th, right off I-4. We're ready. Are you?
Can you trust your home flooring needs to a 17-year-old kid that was in the paint department yesterday? No! Deal directly with Corey, the owner at Core Flooring. He'll beat anyone's price guaranteed. Core Flooring in Winter Park. Online at coreflooringfl.com.
Get ready to rock at the City of Tavares 7th Annual Rocktoberfest, a free concert tomorrow at Wooten Park with multi-platinum recording artist Hinder. Give it to Fly, the Pearl Jam experience, the Headbang, and the 789s, plus the Monster Splash Seaplane Contest, food truck cuisine, unique vendors, and more. See you at Rocktoberfest, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. tomorrow. More info at tavaresfl.gov.
Join Jim Colbert on The Jim Colbert Show for his Cigar of the Week segment every Friday afternoon at 3:45. You can pick up these featured cigars at all 3 Corona Cigar Company locations, Dr. Phillips, Heathrow, and downtown. Learn more at coronacigar.com.
Let's go!
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
It all comes down to this, folks.
Yep, the entire season is on the line. But my throat has officially thrown in the towel.
Sounds like you need Vicks VapoCool drops. They're max strength and vaporize sore throat pain.
Whoa! These VapoCool drops hit fast.
Speaking of fast, did you just see that play?
Yeah, he vaporized that ball.
That pun should have come with a penalty.
Vaporize sore throat pain with Vicks VapoCool drops. Use as directed.
There's only one place to watch this nonsense. At Jim Colbert Show on YouTube. It's time for Sink or Sail. If you think this song is yacht rock, text SAIL to 77031. If not, text SINK.
Either that or it's something I forgot to take out in the log.
I don't have a yacht rock.
Oh yeah,
song.
yeah. There's no. yacht rock
actually,
song.
you know what? You want to play? Give me the parameters. Cause do I play a song for you guys?
So here's what Jack usually does. Sink or Sail basically is he plays a song and we decide whether or not it is yacht rock or not. All right?
I got you.
All right. I'll do this while you do that. All right.
Okay.
So we'll do a little impromptu here. We do have Embers Only coming up in a few minutes. And Rosen is here from Harry Sip and Savor. And they were cooking. And it's so funny because we have a way you get in the building where you send a text out basically when you get into the lobby and it lets everybody know that you're here.
Right.
And as I was texting, did you get into the studio? I smelled it wafting through the doors because we're about to enjoy some great food from Harry Sip and Savor for that fall event coming up next Saturday.
With tickets that you can, I think there's still some tickets available.
I actually need to find out from Adrian where we are on that because usually these things sell out, to the point where we only have like maybe 20 or 30 tickets to sell. So we'll tell you more about that in a second. We do have them outside cooking right now, and I've been telling you about that menu, and I'll tell you more here in a few minutes.
Wish we had smell-o-vision.
Yeah.
I really do.
All right, hit it.
So do I tell you anything about the song or I just let it rip?
He just usually after that intro, the song will just start playing.
Okay, I'm gonna let it rip.
All right, let it rip.
All right. Although now close your eyes. You're on a pontoon boat.
Time was drifting. This rocket got to roll.
Winds are cold.
So I hit the road and made my getaway.
Wow, I have to tell you. Angel, one of the things about the Sink or Sail is Jack is actually been pretty good at finding a song that really rides the fence on whether or not, if it's too up. I don't know. Is this a fence rider? I mean, to me, this is like a home run yacht rock song. No, not for you?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I already got the stank face on it and everything.
This
Come
is
on
a
now.
couple of cold beers and
Yes.
just having just chilling.
You're at that sandbar with everybody else's boat.
Grabbing ass the whole time. That's what you do. That's
Just
kind of easy place.
for people that want to know, this is Climax Blues Band.
Oh, yeah.
And the
Man.
track is Couldn't Get It Right.
Yeah. And keep it going. The course is very cool. The course kind of smooths out.
Oh, yeah.
This is when the panties come off right here. Right here. Zip. Oh, yeah, that's good.
Couple real quick toots and a beer, and you're ready to go.
That's right.
I want to party with you.
Yeah, we'll sail that for sure. I think we're sailing that. All right.
We're sailing it on a Friday.
Sink or Sail brought to you by our good friends over at Core Flooring Group. That's Core Flooring, and they're awesome people. So go over there and grab some flooring from Core Flooring.
Not only that, you mentioned Jack's name, you'll get $50 off. And Corey is such a cool guy that he also donates when you hire him to a pet rescue here in Central Florida.
Yeah, he does.
So a great business to spend your money with.
Absolutely. Thanks, Corey. We appreciate that.
Thank you, Corey.
And thanks for sponsoring Sink or Sail. We'll do Embers only here in just 1 second. But man, I can't get over that smell.
I know.
Oh, my gosh. I
hope you like pork.
Yes.
And I hope you like scallops. And I
Yes.
hope you like little pumpkin pies.
All of those things.
God almighty. Did you see the cocktails they're making?
I did not.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch Martini.
I'm in.
A passion fruit rosemary Mai Tai.
And again, these are all cocktails that they pair with the dishes.
Yeah.
So when you get your tickets to next week's event, you're going to get
6 courses and 6 cocktails for like $80.
Which find me a restaurant.
You can't.
Anywhere.
I went to a noodle place the other night and dropped $80. I'm not kidding. I went to a ramen place the other night. Ramen for my wife and I, an appetizer, 2 beers, $80.
There weren't 5 cocktails or 6 cocktails?
6. There's a reception cocktail as well. On top of everything else you get, there's a damn reception cocktail. They get you hammered before you even get in the joint.
So it's 7 cocktails.
Kinda.
6 courses. But what's really cool.
Who's keeping track?
Yeah.
But what's really cool is the way that Chef Tellaluna and his crew collaborate on these dishes and they pair these cocktails up perfectly with the dish that they're serving it with. So that martini is going to go really well with that particular dish it was paired with. I just think that adds to the experience. I'm normally not one who likes to have alcohol with my food.
I'm not really that. Just wine.
I don't like any.
But I have to tell you, the cocktail thing I had to get used to, but it actually is it's these pairing dinners that really did it for me. And beer has always actually been very good with food. Even the carbonation, which kind of throws me for a loop sometimes. And, the thing is with cocktails is alcohol can really overpower, especially delicate proteins like scallops and things like that, fish. But, man, they really know what they're doing. Edrington is the company that's bringing, and they're a management company for like Macallan, London Dry Gin, and other spirits as well. And that's what they're going to be using to make these cocktails with. And they do just a very, very good job. And the crazy thing is, and I will tell you, as a bit of a cook and being around, Tella doesn't drink. Tellaluna does not drink, so he's able.
That's true. Yeah,
he's able to create all these pairings without. He will have his chefs taste the alcohol and say, "Well, what's the predominant flavor in that? What's the predominant? What do you taste most of?" And then he'll build the dish around that, and then they will kind of taste test it until it's ready to go. And they work on this menu for literally 3 or 4 weeks before they break it out. They will change it 4 or 5 times before they're satisfied with it. And
it's a good time, man. Years ago when I got to go, and it was courtesy of you, that was probably one of the most fun. And if you're like food forward kind of, you're looking for a little bit of an adventure, it's absolutely fits the palate.
And the cool thing is too, is even though you don't know the people you're sitting at the table with, this is a very cruise experience.
Yeah.
By the time, it's 15 minutes into that place, you can't hear yourself think. Yeah. Because people are just striking up conversations. And it's
you mean
great.
like the old days?
Like the old days. No phones around. I'm serious. It's awesome. So, all right, let's do Embers Only real quick.
Now, it's time to explore the world of cigars, spirits, and other things that make life worth living. This is Embers Only.
Embers Only brought to you by our good friends over at Corona Cigar Company. Love these guys. You will as well. These lounges are just absolutely beautiful. Downtown Heathrow, Sand Lake Road here in town, Sarasota and Tampa on the West Coast. You can always find them online at coronacigar.com. Of course, they will send you this order here if you would like to get one of these cigars. And I will tell you, this cigar of the week is one of the legendary smokes over there. I think it's actually one of the first boxes we ever we ever reviewed here. It's the Corona Dominican Selection Natural Robusto. Now, I say this a lot, and it's important to know, and the people who are starting into the cigar world, don't be slighted by their private label cigars. A lot of companies will produce a private label cigar, and it really is a second. It's a cigar that just didn't make it into the normal boxes. They'll put their label on it and ship it out there and try to make a few bucks on it. They do not do that here. That's not how they roll these cigars. The Corona cigars are premium cigars, and I will tell you, there's at least two. They're 20 acres, and they're Nicaraguans that I would put up against any of the private label brands out there that you've known forever. They're that high quality. This is the Corona Dominican Selection Natural Robusto. Robusto is my favorite size of cigar as well. And as most factories try to blend a cigar that's going to knock you over, they want to create that really bold cigar so they stand out in the world of, seasoned cigar smokers. That is not how Corona looks at it. Most people do like mild to medium cigars, and that is exactly what this is. Creamy smooth, buttery, super approachable. If you're looking for an entry-level cigar that isn't a flavored cigar, let me direct you to this one because this one absolutely kills it. Connecticut shade wrapper, got the beautiful Dominican tobacco inside for the binder and the filler, and it just is a really easy cigar to smoke, to enjoy a couple times a day easily, and at this price you can't beat it. Only $79.95 a box. That's 38% off retail, so grab a box today. It's the Corona Dominican Selection Natural Robusto, and it is your cigar of the week. Big thanks, guys. Appreciate that.
Thank you, Corona.
Coronacigar.com. If you want to order that outside of the area, they'll gladly take care of you. All right, 407-916-1041. Take a little break. We'll come back. We do have another keyword for you here at the top of the hour. Back in a sec with more of the Jim Colbert Show.
Your chance to win $1,000 in your hand is minutes away on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by Mills Air.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center. Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
Northbound and southbound lanes are blocked on I-95 between State Road 50 and Challenger Memorial Parkway. It's stop and go on I-95 between U.S. Highway 1 and International Speedway Boulevard. There's going to be a lot of bikes on the roadways. Your typical delays are piling up all throughout the area, so travel with caution. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Gorilla Tape. Get storm ready with strength you can trust.
Storms coming? Prep with Gorilla Tape. It's tough, weather resistant, and sticks to rough and uneven surfaces. Patch, hold, seal, and protect. Gorilla Tape holds strong in wind and rain. Gorilla Tape. For the toughest jobs on planet Earth.
Hey everybody, Jim Colbert here for my friends over at FAS Exteriors, installing windows and doors in a couple of my homes throughout the years here in Central Florida, just absolutely nailing it. By the way, FAS stands for Father and Son. That's what kind of business, that's what kind of service you get from these guys. It's a family-owned business with plenty of selections for windows. That's a problem with a lot of window companies. They only give you a couple. These guys give you plenty of selections, and that goes for their doors as well. They will make your entire project seamless from measurements all the way down to that final inspection. Been doing it since 2005, and certainly in that time, FAS has earned their spot as Orlando's top-rated window and door experts. So upgrade your home today with a team that delivers nothing but excellence. Visit FASWD.com and trust the leader in windows and doors.
What's up, people? It's Russ Rollins from the Monsters. Teddy Morris's Daytona Harley-Davidson has your $89 oil change to get you all geared up and ready for Triketoberfest and Biketoberfest. October is packed with vendors and concerts. It's got custom bikes and miles of beautiful scenery. That's out in Daytona. The best part, the Monsters in the Morning, broadcasting live. That's right, all the action live Thursday, October the 16th with a live broadcast. No matter what you ride, we want to welcome you to Triketoberfest and Biketoberfest at Teddy Morris's Daytona Harley-Davidson. Let's ride.
I'm Orlando injury attorney Mo DeWitt. When you've been seriously injured, it's not just about the money, it's about justice. I recently had a client who came to us because she was ignored by the insurance company and left to suffer, but we didn't let that happen. We fought and recovered $1 million. If the insurance company is turning its back on you, we're here to stand by your side and fight for the justice you deserve. Injured on the go, just call Mo. Prospective client may not obtain same or similar results.
Overheard at the Hard Rock Bet Party.
You see that new welcome offer? Bet $5 and get $150 in bonus bets if you win. I think we got to jump on this.
What's John Daly think?
I think you got to grip it and rip it.
Grip it?
And rip it.
Hard Rock Bet Sportsbook. Roll with us. New players bet $5, get $150 in bonus bets if you win. Payable in bonus bets, not a cash offer. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 and up and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
I'm Katie. I was in a bad car accident. I woke up in the hospital 6 weeks later. My husband called attorney Glenn Klossman. I met with Glenn. He said he would take care of everything, just keep healing. I feel blessed he was there to help. I'm doing well. I'm so thankful Glenn Klossman was there for us. The results he got for us were way more than expected. He's more than an attorney. He's a friend. Call him at 407-917-1718. KLAUSMAN law.com. Office Winter Park.
Sunnyside Drains.
My shower's clogged. I think it needs to be snaked.
A snake? Where?
No, a plumbing snake.
Is it near me?
I should have called Frank Gay.
I'm hiding under the desk for safety.
I'm calling Frank Gay.
For clogged drains in your home, trust our highly trained techs who aren't afraid of a little snake. That's the Frank Gay way.
That's the Frank Gay way.
FrankGayServices.com.
As we head into the busy holiday season, now is the perfect time to invest in yourself. For 35 years, the Filatowski Eye Institute has given Central Floridians freedom from glasses and contacts. With 24-month interest-free financing, there's never been a better moment to schedule your consultation. If you're considering LASIK or cataract surgery, call today, 407-333-5111, or go online to filatowskieye.com. The Filatowski Eye Institute, trusted, local, life-changing.
Johnny Knoxville here. Check out Crimeless, Hillbilly Heist, my new true crime podcast. The true story of the almost perfect crime and the Nimrods who almost pulled it off.
It was kind of like the perfect storm in a sewer.
That was dumb. Do not follow my example.
Listen to all episodes of Crimeless, Hillbilly Heist, available now exclusively on the iHeartRadio app. Open your free iHeartRadio app, search Crimeless, Hillbilly Heist, and listen now.
Core Flooring Center in Winter Park is the go-to destination for flooring. Visit coreflooringfl.com.
WESH 2 News at 10 on CW18. Local, live, late breaking.
Live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. From car accidents to personal injury cases, Mo has you covered. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1, Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeartRadio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free, new and improved iHeartRadio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
Holiday magic.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. WIN. WIN. That's WIN. Enter it now at realradio.fm and get a little holiday magic. And may your efforts bear fruit.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show.
Yeah, I know.
Let me lick that finger.
All right, welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show. No Primetime Kitchen today. My bad, I didn't tell you. Fayez was not able to be with us today. Oh, man, that's so good.
He's
God
going to
almighty.
be really bummed out.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. Your 4 o'clock keyword is WIN, W-I-N. Go to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. WIN, guys. That is your 4 o'clock keyword. Wish you the best. Good luck.
Yeah, we hope you win.
Yeah, I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Angel here as well.
Yeah. That's awesome.
he almost, Angel, you look like you're in a trance.
Yeah. I am.
You are.
That's incredible.
So Harry's Sip and Savor is about to come in here next segment to talk about the event we have coming up next Saturday, which is this. We've been doing this for 6 or 7 years. 3 times a year, we go out to the Rosen Hotel, the Rosen Center Plaza there.
Harry's Poolside Bar and Grill over at the Rosen Center.
Right. And
Great spot.
Chef Tella Luna mixes up a 6-course dinner. They are usually paired up with either wines, cocktails, or beers, right? They make a partnership with a distributor out there. We've done it with Crooked Can. We've done it with many wine companies. I think Digress here in town provided some wines to pair it up. This is Edrington Spirits, which is like Macallan liquors or whiskeys, and London Dry Fog Gin or London Dry Gin, plus some others as well. They'll build cocktails to provide with these meals, and it's all literally custom made for that evening. I've been to a bunch of them, right? I will tell you, I just tried something that I never thought would work. As a matter of fact, when I saw it on the menu, and this has happened a number of times, this is really where the genius of Chef Tella Luna comes into play. I've seen some of these dishes he's put on there, and I'm like, that ain't gonna work. And I'm like, that ain't going to work. I mean, I've tasted some of this stuff before. And I'm like, that is not going to go with that. I mean, it's not going to work. And inevitably, of course, I get proven wrong every single time. And I will tell you, the case for that today was the pumpkin spiced scallop. When I saw that on the menu, I was like, okay, for one thing, scallops are one of the most expensive proteins you can buy right now. They are ridiculously expensive right now, like beef, like crazy, right? So I just had the plate of food brought over to me. It's out there on the desk just outside the studio. And I smelled the scallop. I go, well, that smells good. Let's see. Pumpkin spice on a scallop. And I will tell you guys, that is one of the more unique flavors I've ever had in my life. That is, matter of fact, the liquor distributor was out there. He was bringing the cocktails over, and he goes, wait till you try that scallop. And I'm like, maybe this guy doesn't know what he's talking about. And
apparently he does.
And then when I tried the scallop, he was right. Now, as good as that was, I was like, let's move around the plate, because usually they bring us smaller plates they brought just one big plate this time and kind of put everything on there so it'd be easier to kind of manage for us, right? So oxtail, I made a chili one time in competition for oxtail, and it got slammed because people could not get past the idea that it was oxtail, not understanding how much it tastes like beef, right?
Tell them, Puerto Rican.
It's so delicious.
Tell them.
It's so delicious. I love it.
Yeah, white people don't know. They just don't understand. So I was like, I'm going to go out there and I'm going to make an oxtail chili. I want something to stand out. That was at the time that Russ was making like kangaroo chili and all these other chilies. I wanted to kind of slide into that unique protein world and see how it went. I made it. It was delicious, but people just could not get past the idea that it was oxtail, right? Fast forward to like 8 minutes ago. He makes an oxtail rigatoni. So what you have is a piece of seared, rendered, braised oxtail on a beautiful bed of pasta with a gorgeous, super simple tomato sauce. This is a dish that you would see pretty much in probably 2/3 of New York houses during on Sunday when Sunday sauce is going on.
Oh yeah.
Instead of meatballs, they tried the oxtail, and I'm telling you, I took one bite of it and it dropped me to my knees. I'm like, that is so rich. The beef or the meat is so rich and so flavorful. Yeah. And when you pair it up with that great acidic tomato sauce, it is absolutely mind-blowingly good.
No, I just looked over at you, Angel, just to make sure you were still sitting there. Because if I needed to jump in and be producer as well, I just wanted a little bit of a heads up.
No.
So good. I mean, so freaking good. You just forget how good food can be at the fingers of somebody who really knows what they're doing. That's just a couple of things we'll tell you about here in a few seconds when these guys come in.
And not only that, it's such a great value.
It is.
It's such a great value for the money. $80 a ticket. You're getting 6 courses, 6 cocktails, plus a welcoming cocktail. It's outside. The weather couldn't be more beautiful to be able to get your eat and your drink on.
That's so good.
Beautiful Rosen Center at Harry's Poolside Bar and Grill.
That's right. And by the way, if you come from outside of the area, they have stay and play packages there at the hotel where you can kind of get a room, come down, enjoy the evening, kind of hang out here in Central Florida for a little bit, and then kind of enjoy yourself.
Go to the pool, go to the spa.
Yeah. We'll have those guys in here in just a few minutes. So Lakeland, Florida, there's a 24-year-old Lakelander. It's one of the youngest candidates ever running for mayor over there.
Right.
What makes Caitlin Gracie Kramer unique is she works at Hooters. All right. She graduated from Bartow High School. She's running for mayor because she says she wants to challenge the idea of what leadership looks like.
I like her already.
She goes, it doesn't always come with just a title. It comes from hard work and grit. It comes from reaching out to those in the community and listening to people first and understanding what they think is working and what they think we could change for the better, right? She's no stranger to hard work. She says she's an hourly manager and bartender at Hooters. The job has pushed her to become the best version of herself. And it's so funny. I love this narrative because obviously there's preconceived notions about girls or people who work at Hooters, especially the young ladies, right?
Yeah.
Right. But she says, Hooters has done so much for me. It's the reason I own a home. It's the reason I bought my house at 20 years old, the reason I own a car, the reason I can put myself through college. It's the reason I have a bachelor's degree in biology.
Actually, no, that's because of you, girlfriend. It sounds like you would have achieved that no matter what the job was. You just happen to be working at Hooters.
Her top priority, she says, if she becomes mayor, better infrastructure. We said we've been having troubles with flooding traffic and roadways. I want to make sure everybody feels safe and comfortable in their home. Wants to focus on water quality issues and how to tackle their current issues with affordable housing. All of those strike pretty easy. You wonder how a 24-year-old girl, and regardless of what she does for a living, how much life experience she has. Let me ask you, do you guys think that needs to happen? I mean, do you believe that a politician needs to have a lot of life experience to solve issues and create a better life for people around them in their communities?
You know what? It all depends on the community, right? Like, just I watched a quick reel on her and being in Lakeland, and it seems like she's really in tune with her community, and she's able to really engage them and talk to them. And so that if she's listening to them and if she's able to execute and help them, it seems like that would be like, because she's of the people, you know what I mean? But I can't imagine, let's say her running in a city that's, let's say, the size Miami, Orlando.
You know
what I'm saying? Because then at that point you're dealing with let's say bigger and more diverse kind of community.
Yeah. But we know, like, how old is Maxwell Frost? I mean, he's not that old, right? Maxwell Frost?
He's in his early 30s.
Is he in the early 30s?
Mm-hmm.
All right. But we know
and I say that about her with just a couple more years, and she could probably do the same thing in a bigger city.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I mean, she grew up in the Toe, Bartow, man. She went to Bartow High School. I mean, you can't know Polk County any better if you grow up in the Toe. Because that place is, that's a very Polk County scenario over there. I wonder what party she's running under. It doesn't really say what party she's part of. But it is an interesting
Smart
thing.
move right off rip.
Yeah. It's interesting to see if people would vote for somebody who is young, blonde, and a Hooters employee, and if they would discount her opinions just because of what she does for a living, as opposed to listening to what she says and how she plans on implementing these plans.
And I think that's the operative word, is listening. If you're going to walk into a situation with your preconceived notions or assumptions that you won't allow to change, then I don't think any candidate, unless... You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But this is really progressive in the sense of, like, I'm already interested in the sense of young person,
yes,
new ideas,
yes,
different way to look at things.
Yes.
Those are all things that right now, if
we need.
Yeah, if we look at our governments across the board, just from local to state to federal, I would love just the ability to infuse younger mentalities, younger points of view, because there's across the board, there's just way too many career politicians and way too many guys that kind of get stuck in their ways, and it doesn't seem like there's any negotiation there.
And we see that go from national politics all the way down to local, county, state politics, because, I just read a piece yesterday about, a lot of ranking Democrats are wondering when they're going to be able to get rid of the Schumers and Pelosi's. And, you look at what Republicans have done, they've been able to kind of motivate a younger audience somehow, some way.
Don't talk about them right now. They'd really prefer that you don't mention the young Republicans right now. Kind of let the dust settle.
There's a couple of them that motivated the wrong way.
Couple hundred, yeah.
But I wonder if older people in an established kind of, probably you could assume, pretty red county over there in Polk County are going to kind of look at a young lady with this type of provenance and say, what could you possibly know about what I need in my life, as opposed to, like Deb said, and like I was saying, just listening to what she has to say. How are you going to fund these programs you want to go? What do you plan on doing? How are you going to reach across the aisle to make life better for everybody? DRR. And I think people with good progressive ideas like that, and not progressive in the sense like left-leaning, just ideas that kind of buck the norm of what we've done for so long to no avail.
Well, it's her world. We're on the other side of the bell curve.
Yeah.
Right? So for old people to decide, well, I don't know what you're going to do. I understand.
Mm-hmm.
I understand. But at the same time, someone's going to have to take up the mantle after all of these older politicians are out of the game. And it's lovely to see people from all ages, from Bartow,
Right.
from Maxwell Frost to, it's great to see young people not be so disenfranchised from the process that they actually want to be a part of it and a part of the solution. It's their world.
Absolutely.
Maxwell Frost is 28. He got elected at 24, 25.
Yep.
And then Edgewater community wants to step up and let you know that their mayor got elected at 18.
That's right.
So-
That's right.
So look, I mean, it can happen.
And should happen in some places.
Again, you just hope that people are able to look past her employment because, again, Hooters, as a rule, since the last 4 or 5 decades, women who work there don't really get the benefit of the doubt when it comes to their intellect or their ability to lead, which obviously isn't fair, but it does happen.
That's okay. Lean into it.
Yeah.
Lean
Maybe so.
into it and turn it around and make it the problem of the other person, not something you have to answer for.
Just say, hey, look, if you don't come and vote for me, I'm going to call you out as a regular. Oh, sorry, Mr. Farmer. I'm going to need your vote, or I'm going to show you my phone.
Oh, no, we've got enough of
Yeah,
that. I'm going to need your vote or going on. Let's do it the old-fashioned
All
way.
right, 77031. That's how you text us. Your 4 o'clock keyword is WIN, W-I-N. Go to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. Our friends from the Rosen Hotel and Harry Sip and Savor up next. Brought to you by our friends over at Tools Ace Hardware. Look, guys, when you're dialing in your backyard for those special days, Tools has you covered with the best grills out there, Weber, Traeger, and, of course, Big Green Egg. All the accessories you need, all the smoking wood you need, rubs, marinades, everything to make that outdoor experience amazing. Those family experiences are extremely special. Make sure you're doing it right with one of these great grills from our friends over at Tools Ace Hardware. With 11 locations in Central Florida, chances are you're right around the corner from your next dream grill. Find yours today at toolsacehardware.com.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
The roadways are busy and so are emergency crews. Southbound lanes have reopened on I-95 before Challenger Memorial Parkway. Traffic starting to get by northbound on I-95. 2 left lanes are blocked, though. There's a crash on the ramp from I-4 westbound to Osceola Polk Line Road, slowing things down, and there's going to be a lot of bikes on the roadways today and over the weekend, so travel with caution. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Everdoor Garage Door. Squeaks, jerks, and rattles? Your garage door's crying for Everdoor. For just $49, they'll tune up and shut down the noise. Trust Everdoor for smooth service. Book at everdoor.com. Everdoor, the garage door that lasts evermore.
Hey guys, here in Central Florida, so important that you have an AC company you can trust, that you can lean on, that will come to your rescue every single time you ask them to. For me, that's Mills Air. For Deb's mom, that's Mills Air. For Jack and Naomi, that's Mills Air. For Ross and Olivia, you get the idea. A lot of people lean on Mills Air. And the reason why is this: 30 plus years of experience here in Central Florida, keeping you and your family nice and comfortable. And this company started exactly the way you want it to. One dude with determination and skill and knowledge turns one van into a fleet of 60 plus vans to serve you wherever you are right here in Central Florida. And know this, their techs can service any brand out there. Don't worry about what kind of AC you have. They can repair it. But if you do need a new unit, they are Carrier Factory authorized dealers. That, my friends, is important. It could get you up to $1,275 in rebates towards a brand new Carrier unit. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier and certainly turn to family-owned operated Mills Air. Call these guys today. It's 407-277-1159. Online, millsair.com.
Look ahead with the team at TK Law to plan your family's future. Visit onefirmforlife.com.
In a Greenway Kia. For over 23 years, my family's been saying it. And right now, the savings are at an all-time high. With 3 convenient locations and one of the area's largest inventories, we deliver the selection and savings other dealers can't. And during the Kia Fall Savings event, you can save thousands. So if you're in the market for a new Kia, visit Greenway Kias and discover one of the area's largest selections online. I'm Joe Rossi, and I want to see you in a Greenway Kia.
Can you trust your home flooring needs to a 17-year-old kid that was in the paint department yesterday? No! Deal directly with Corey, the owner at Core Flooring. He'll beat anyone's price guaranteed. Core Flooring in Winter Park. Online at coreflooringfl.com.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. Good news. We offer HELOCs and home equity lines of credit with scores as low as 640. Find out if you're qualified today at thatmortgageguyDon.com.
With thatmortgageguyDon.com.
After an accident, you may have an x-ray that looks normal, but you're still in pain. That's because soft tissue injuries like sprains and tears don't show up on x-rays. And if an insurance company doesn't see it, they may not believe you're hurt.
When they don't take your pain seriously, we fight back. We know doctors who are experts in diagnosing soft tissue injuries. They can help us prove that your pain is real, and we'll seek to get you paid for all of your future medical expenses.
Farah and Farah, Orlando.
On CW18, the NASCAR Xfinity Series playoffs continue.
Absolute chaos. My heart is pounding right now.
The title is up for the taking.
Survival is what it's all about in the playoffs.
And nobody
Contact made hard. Timbers are flaring.
is going down without a fight.
These guys are out of control.
The NASCAR Xfinity Series playoffs continue live from Talladega, Saturday at 3:30, only on CW18.
We're following several breaking stories tonight.
WESH 2 News at 10 on CW18.
I'm Michelle Imparato. And I'm Jesse Pagano.
Covering breaking news across Central Florida, bringing you the latest facts to keep you informed.
New details are coming into the newsroom right now.
And preparing you for what's ahead.
Strong to severe storms moving in.
Michelle Imparato, Jesse Pagan, Darren Stoltzfus, and Chief Meteorologist Tony Manolfi. WESH 2 News at 10 on CW18. Local, live, late breaking.
Hey, good morning. You're heading to the airport, right?
Yep, thanks for checking. I like the car. How long have you been a rideshare driver?
About 3 years now. I really enjoy it.
Isn't it hard to make money these days with the price of gas being so high?
Not for me. I use Upside, the free app that gives you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get real money back when you get gas with the Upside app?
Yep, I get real cash back every time I get gas.
Does that actually add up to anything?
I'll make around $200 to $300.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app now to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code TALK to get up to a $5 per gallon bonus on your first tank. You can cash out anytime, right to your bank account, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code TALK to get up to a $5 per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code TALK.
Let's go! You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You've still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
It all comes down to this, folks.
Yep, the entire season is on the line. But my throat has officially thrown in the towel.
Sounds like you need Vicks VapoCool drops. They're max strength and vaporize sore throat pain.
Whoa! These VapoCool drops hit fast.
Speaking of fast, did you just see that play?
Yeah, he vaporized that ball.
That pun should have come with a penalty.
Vaporize sore throat pain with Vicks VapoCool drops. Use as directed.
Step inside your 3-pound universe, your brain. I'm David Eagleman, and this season on Inner Cosmos, we'll uncover how politics, AI, and the future of our species all emerge from our brains. Why does time stretch? Why does nostalgia ache? How do memory glitches, culture, and technology shape who we are? If you're ready to discover more about yourself and understand the world around you, open your free iHeartRadio app, search Inner Cosmos, and listen now.
Trajan Wealth, your trusted local fiduciary advisor. Visit TrajanWealth.com.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. Thanks for tuning in today. We appreciate that as we do every day. Hope you had a good week. Hope you have a big weekend plan. The weather's going to be absolutely perfect out there. Make sure you make some plans. Definitely make your plans for next weekend.
Oh, man.
We'll tell you why here in 1 second. Don't forget your 4 o'clock keyword is WIN, W-I-N. Slide over to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Angela Boone with us today. Thanks, dog. Appreciate it, Loco. You're the man.
Thank you.
I don't know, about 3 times a year, we slide out to iDrive to the Rosen Center Hotel to have a really nice meal prepared for us by Chef Tolaluna. They call them the Harry's Sip and Savor events. We've done them now for like 6 years. They are very successful, and they're very in demand, and there's a reason why. The quality of these products is simply overboard. The pairings are unbelievable, and again, they have knocked it out of the park. Guys, give it up from our friends for Harry's Sip and Savor. What do you say?
Yay! Woohoo!
Adrian and Chef Tella with us today. Adrian, how you doing?
Great. How are you all?
Doing wonderful, and I'm really looking forward to this.
It'll be a good one.
Actually, I reminded my wife this morning. I said, hey, don't forget, we have Harry Sip and Savor next week.
Awesome.
And we can't wait. She goes, well, what are they doing?
It doesn't
matter. I said, when you see this menu, you are going to fall over. It is so good. Chef, how you doing?
I'm doing very well. Thank you.
Good to see you as always. Good to see you as always. So today they brought in a few things that we like to try and pair up with these cocktails. The cocktails are brought to us by Edrington that provide they manage a number of different spirit companies, Macallan being one, London Dry Gin is another, and they're using some of those to create wonderful cocktails. There's a Cuervo in those as well. Matter of fact, the reception cocktail is a Jose Cuervo Blanco pineapple juice, clove, cinnamon, and brown sugar cocktail. I don't even know what that thing is called. The Tepache de Pina.
Yes.
Did I get that right?
I think so.
Tepache.
Tepache?
Tepache, yeah. Don't laugh at me.
No, not
Yeah, you laughed at me a little bit. I don't care for it. All right, Chef. Look, one of the most amazing things since I've known you for 8 years now is how you're able to create these pairings and yet you do not drink alcohol. I was telling the audience earlier, of course, you have your sous chefs, your chefs taste it, give you an idea of what is in there, and then you go off and build a dish with the protein that you want and pair it up. And I will tell you, dude, just right before we came in, I ran in and I took a bite and paired of each one of these things today. And this dessert one may be the best one you've ever done.
Wow.
Thank you.
I'm telling you, this pumpkin cheesecake with this cinnamon toast crunch martini.
Oh, my God. That sounds like breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Dude, it's so next level. It's hard to explain. You would think for a fact that it would be overwhelmingly great. It's so good. It is so complimentary,
it's so
man.
good that we're going to put that dessert on our regular menu.
Are you really?
Oh, really?
Starting next week, yes.
Are you serious?
Yes, we had lots of compliments when we did the tasting from the management to the cooks and servers. We decided to put on the menu.
And another one, and you told me the story right before we came back in. I said, one of the unique things is you and I have a good enough relationship where if I see something on this menu, I'm like, I don't know, dude. I mean, we'll give it a shot. You know better than I do. You're a chef, I'm not. But when I saw the pumpkin spiced seared scallops, I was like, I don't know, man. Pumpkin spice. People, because we already have pumpkin on the menu. I was like, are we doing pumpkin twice? That's really kind of a unique idea. Then the gentleman from Edrington's here, and when I walked into the kitchen, I said, do you have the cocktails? He said, yes. Wait until you eat that scallop. He didn't even mention his own drinks. He just said, wait until you have that scallop. Dude.
Very tasty, very flavor. Yeah.
It's so good.
Different.
It is different, and it's very light, and it doesn't overwhelm the scallop, but it doesn't also take second place to the scallop.
And that's kind of the point. We want it to be, you take a bite, you have a sip. You take a bite, you have a sip, and enjoy the pairing all the way through.
It is so good. And you said, wasn't this okay, so we have a lot of people that come to these events over and over because they're so good. It's a lot of repeat customers, and you said it was one of your repeat customers.
Yes, she asked me, I don't remember her name, but she asked me, can you put scallops next time? I said, yes. But can you pair it with pumpkin? And I said, okay. So I tried 3 different ways, but I like this one better. The other one was scallop with pumpkin puree, but I want the pumpkin with the scallops.
Yeah.
Not as a side dish.
And it's so good. And you would think, scallops, and scallops can kind of take on a lot of different flavors. The cool thing about a scallop is you can make a bunch of different sauces with it. And as long as you sear the scallop well, the scallop is going to really kind of almost assume a little bit of the flavor from that thing. I thought that the pumpkin spices would overwhelm this easily. Man, it's not even close.
No, not at all. It's not too sweet. It had the flavor from the pumpkin, so...
And it
is very good.
It's so good. And then the one that kind of blew me away. I was telling everybody that I've made an oxtail chili in my life for a competition one time. It did not go over very well because although it was very good, it tasted great. People kind of couldn't get past the oxtail aspect of it, right? Okay. They just couldn't get past it, right? So I get over there and I look at the plate and I look at the tomato sauce, which looks like a really super basic tomato, garlic, olive oil.
Very simple.
Very simple. right? Good pasta. And I'm like, well, let's taste this. And it just kind of reminded me of why I love oxtail so much. It's so rich. It's got that, if you take beef and just kind of pump it up to that next level, that's what oxtail is like. And with that beautiful red sauce, so delicious, dude.
Thank you very much.
I mean, so delicious. And the pairing is absolutely great as well.
Oh, yeah, that clarified milk punch that we're doing with it, like we turn it into a New York sour. It's so much fun.
It's so good. And like when this menu came together, I mean, the fall menus, is this your favorite, like this favorite menu, the fall menu is your favorite to cook or no?
Oh, I don't know. I like more summer menus.
You like summer menus?
There's a lot of, being here in Florida, there's more ingredients available for summer.
Yeah. So what we have for the menu this week is you get this tapacha de piña, which is Jose Cuervo, pineapple juice, cloves, cinnamon, and brown sugar. That's the reception cocktail. So when you show up around 6:30 or so, they'll just be bringing trays of these around while we wait to get into the room and get set up. A really wonderful way to start because the weather's so nice this time of year.
It is, and it's not too heavy, something nice and refreshing to kick it off while you're waiting for everyone else to arrive.
Sure, yeah. And then right into the very first thing, right off bat, you get to try this pumpkin spiced seared scallop with beluga lentils and apple salad, which is delicious, and paired up with this limoncello London Fog martini, which again is a crazy pairing because you're talking about a limoncello martini with pumpkin spice. There's no way. There's no way that tastes good, and it's amazing.
It works.
It works unbelievably well.
That was a really fun pairing too because the London Fog martini is almost, when we were making it, the base of it is Hangar One lemon vodka. So we were like, oh gosh, lemon vodka and limoncello. But once you add in that Earl Grey syrup, it balances out so well.
It really is amazing. That was actually the pairing that I thought was one of the more surprising. Not only did I think the protein would be weird, I thought that pairing when I read it would be weird, and I just popped out there and I did it, and it was absolutely delicious. Absolutely delicious. Honey garlic pork tenderloin, parsnip puree with this beautiful lime mojo sauce, a passion fruit and rosemary Mai Tai that goes with that. And again, another wonderful, delicious pairing, perfectly cooked tenderloin. Hey, could you agree with me? Maybe the most underrated protein out there is pork tenderloin.
Yes.
Very inexpensive, extremely tender, very easy to cook. More people should eat pork tenderloin.
It's hard to mess up, too.
It is hard to mess up. It is like chicken breast cost.
Yeah,
it really
it's not
isn't.
bad.
Because when you buy them, you usually get 2 of the tenderloins in a package for like $18. Mm-hmm. It's crazy. A delicious dish. And it comes with this passion fruit and rosemary Mai Tai with passion fruit, rosemary infused syrup, lemon juice, pineapple juice. Very delicious. It really cuts through the honey garlic of the pork, and
then
it's
the acidity
wonderful.
helps with the fat in the pork. So
Absolutely.
it works out really nicely.
Now, we didn't get to try the monkfish. Tell me about the monkfish.
So we couldn't bring it today, but yeah, we have monkfish that we're gonna serve it with corn chowder and a little of we're gonna take some porchetta, and we're gonna with the little dice, we're gonna deep fry and we're gonna garnish it kind of chicharron thing on the top.
Oh, man.
Oh, yeah.
You had me at chicharron.
As soon as you said chinch, I was like, I hope chicharron is the rest of it.
Angel, you've had the ability to taste a little of this. What are you thinking over there?
Oh man, it's absolutely magnificent. Again, the pairing with the oxtail is incredible, and it's just what's awesome. Tell what you do is sometimes thinking outside of the box makes it an adventure, but in the best way possible as a culinary sense of it. And then the pairing with the drink is just like a little extra spice on it, so it's really fantastic.
And it's so funny you say milk punch sour whiskey sour, and you're like, what in the hell even is that? Because it's purple, right? You look at it, it's like a purple. But man, when you have oxtail that's got that beautiful, rich flavor to it with that nice, bright tomato sauce, and then you take that in, it's got a tiny bit of sweet, a tiny bit of sour in that cocktail with some plum in there, just absolutely wonderful.
And it smells so good.
It does. It smells
great.
It does smell amazing. And then we're going to end it up with the pumpkin and goat cheese cheesecake. And this comes with this insane cinnamon toast crunch espresso martini.
I love the way Adrian laughs. I want to know the
again.
stories behind all of. How did you all come up with these
our beverage
ideas?
team, they're a bunch of mad scientists. They get so creative and have so much fun. We're just like, you know what? Run with it. What do you think will work? Let's try it out. Let's see what happens.
Yeah.
Oh, this is good.
So this is the Brugal 1888 rum. It has espresso. It has cinnamon. What you don't have, because we are just tasting today and it's just plastic cups, so I couldn't do this, but it'll have a torched creme brulee top on there.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it'll be really pretty.
Are you serious? You guys are going to torch the top with sugar?
Yeah. I couldn't do it in your plastic cup today, but...
Yeah, I don't want you to do it. I can't get over it.
It's fun.
Like,
It's yummy.
I cannot get over how good this pumpkin goat cheese cheesecake is with this pairing. It is like ethereal good.
Good. I'm glad you like it.
Like bananas good. So good.
And it's light too. I don't know how you all do that. It's
like you would think it would be super sweet and very overpowering with the espresso. It's none of those things. It actually is a bit dry. So that when you have the cheesecake, it really gets in there and blends with those spices in the cheesecake and just kind of lights up in your mouth. Dude, there is a lot happening in that.
Good. That's what we want.
There is a lot happening in that pairing. Okay, so this is October 25th. That's next Saturday night, right?
Yes, sir.
Now, the tickets you can get easily. You got to call the phone number or you can go online. She prefers calling. It's easier. It's 407-996-3970. I'll say that again, 407-996-3970. You can also go to harryspoolside.com/Harry's Sip and Savor and reserve it there. We have about 40 tickets left, so you want to get on board and grab those because they do go very fast. These events sell out very quickly. This is a great date night. What are the tickets? 80? Is it 80?
75.
$75.
Whoa, even cheaper than what we were talking about earlier.
$75. And again, I will tell you, Wednesday night, took my wife to a ramen place, got 2 bowls of ramen, and a thing of edamame and 2 beers, and it was $90. Wow. You're going to get 6 premium cocktails, 6 dishes. And by the way, you do not leave here hungry. Like other tastings, I've actually left tastings that cost twice this much and had to leave and go get something to eat afterwards. You will not deal with that here. You will get plenty of food,
really
plenty of drink, and I know that the hotel even offers a package as well.
We do offer a discount for a guest room as well, and that also gets you a discount on the spa if you want to make a staycation out of it and just hang for the weekend. It'll be a fun time.
And we know a lot of people who come over from the coast when they do this because we get a big crowd over at the coast, and we have a lot of people that come over from Melbourne and Cocoa Beach and that area there, and when they do, they book this room, and then they stay, they do the event, and then after the event, they go out and hang out on iDrive, go to some places, chill out by the pool there at the hotel, whatever the case may be. It's a very reasonable rate, and you get to stay there. You don't have to worry about drinking and driving or any of that stuff.
Right, and it's make a staycation out of it.
It's the best, man. Love this. You're going to have to leave a bunch of these cocktails.
Don't worry, we will.
I'm serious. You're going to have to leave. And the one thing we don't talk about, and we should talk about it. Okay. For one thing, I know you probably give yourself more credit for being a savory chef, and you shouldn't, because I'm telling you, dude, you may be one of the best sweets chefs I've ever.
I think he's sweet too.
Bro, I'm telling you, I've told you this for so many years, and it's so true. Every single time that we do one of these things, the sweet, the dessert is like one of the stars of the show. Every single time, Tella. It is genius.
That's my weakness, so that's why I make something. When I do the desserts, it's very easy and simple.
Yeah.
I don't want to go too crazy, like other chefs that they make all kind of fun stuff and, And
this one
thank you, I appreciate it.
Yeah, this one has a little white chocolate leaf sticking on top of it as well. But it's the sorbets. Like
God, I can't be sorbet, but this is very nice. I am very happy with this orange ginger sorbet.
Orange and ginger sorbet. So after the third meal, they'll bring out a sorbet as a palate cleanser to move on until the next wave of food. And it's so funny when we first started these, this was just kind of a novelty thing you started doing. Yeah. And then I started telling you, dude, you're really good at these little sorbets. You should kind of put some time into these things.
Don't expect a sweet sorbet.
No.
It's very savory, and this is very good. I'm very happy.
I know from all the dishes. Last year we did one with celery, and it was the strangest, the best thing ever.
I love it. This is where he really stretches, and the cool thing is the hotel really does support anything you really want to do. Yes. They never tell you no. Scallops are very expensive. A lot of these proteins are very expensive, but the cool thing is they never really pinch you on this. They allow you to stretch out and build something really cool, so the customer gets a really unique experience.
They give me a wins. I can go whatever I want, buy whatever I need.
I love it.
Our general manager was just like, you know what? Have fun. And that's all we can do.
And the other aspect of this that, again, I can't tell you enough, it's so hard to kind of tell you on the air, is the camaraderie that happens in these events. And it's true to tell. This is Adrienne. Yeah. Adrienne's here. She'll tell you the truth. No, within 5 minutes.
Everyone's best friends.
Within you can't hear yourself think.
Right, I'm on this side of the dining room. I'm shouting at my friend over on that side of the dining room, and by the end of the night,
everybody's like-minded because when you come to these things, the food is the star. So you just strike up a conversation about what you're expecting, what you like, and then when the meals start rolling out, when the dishes start coming out, the conversation switches to what you liked about it, what you didn't like about it, how it hit you. Do you want more? Type thing. And it's just a really cool event to meet new people, to enjoy a really nice evening out for a good price, 6 cocktails, 6 menu items, and for only $75 is unheard of. It really is, guys.
It's a nice date night, nice little escape. We hope you come and enjoy.
Yeah. I'm going to be out there with my wife, so I hope you get
great.
to make it. That'd be great. It's 407-996-3970. Again, 407-996-3970. Or if you want to hop online, it's harryspoolside.com/Harry's Sip and Savor. Very easy to find.
Yep.
Book your seat today. These things do go quickly, and we hope to see you next Saturday night at Harry's Sip and Savor.
Well, thank you.
Guys,
Really appreciate it.
Always good seeing you. Great job
as
today.
well.
Amazing. You guys give it up good and loud for the guys.
Hey,
Just leave that cart of cocktails there, and you guys make your way on down to the door. Good seeing you guys. We'll see you next Saturday.
Thank you so
very
much.
Thank you
All
very
right,
much.
407-916-1041. Text us 77031. When is your 4 o'clock keyword? Get over to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. Back in a sec with more of the Jim Colbert Show.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Odoo.com Weather Center, Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
Happy Friday, Central Florida. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your forecast. And today will be a beautiful end to the week. We'll be expecting increasing sunshine and temperatures that will be below normal. Plan for a high of around 84 degrees today in Orlando. We'll expect a good amount of sunshine and dry time. And that trend will continue into the weekend with low humidity, highs right around the mid-80s. We'll see a couple of showers return by the start of the new work week. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com, and we sell custom blinds, shades, and shutters at low prices. Our blinds are handcrafted to fit your windows, and if they don't, for any reason, we'll remake them for free. Your satisfaction is always guaranteed at Blindster.com.
RC Hill Mitsubishi knows it's a crime to pay more than a dime. One dime down. In DeLand, and Ocala.
The rest of Central Florida is scary. Look into my eyes. You will put thousands down.
Hold it right there, mister.
Seriously? I'm closing a deal here.
It's a crime to pay more than a dime. One dime down.
Thank you, officer. That guy is creepy.
Yes, ma'am. Now let's get you to RC Hill Mitsubishi.
RC takes any trade, even if you still owe thousands.
Any trade and dime down? That's just batty.
Thousands more for your trade. All you need is a job and a dime.
Acres of pre-owned plus new Mitsubishis with 0% financing for 60 months.
New Outlander SUVs have all the toys and your engine's covered for life.
It truly is a crime to pay more than a dime. RC Hill Mitsubishi.
In DeLand, just 2 miles off I-4.
DeLand and Ocala.
RCHill.com.
RCHill.com.
Dime down, $535 a month, 72 months at 6% APR plus tax tag title to qualified buyers.
The City of Mount Dora presents the Fall Harvest Festival on Saturday, October the 18th. Hosted by me, Russ Rollins of the Monsters of the Morning. The festival is going to be awesome. They're going to have live music from Cat Ridgeway, family fun, a lot of activities, and the downtown parade of scarecrows with a big drone display afterwards. This is going to be great. It's a festival that starts at 5 p.m. at Sunset Park in downtown Mount Dora. It's free to the public, and information for everything, go to MountDoraSpecialEvents.com. Sponsored by Renewal by Anderson, Real Radio 104.1, and Discovery Lake.
This is the sound of Jack, buzz cutting his way to a small fortune. To Jack, every time he cuts his own hair, that's $50 right in his pocket. If Jack sees DIY buzz cuts as a saving strategy, Wells Fargo is right behind him. And with their mobile app, tracking his savings is easy. Oh, ouch. However you make money work, we can work with that.
Mobile carriers' message and data rates may apply. Wells Fargo Bank, N.A., member FDIC.
Get ready to rock at the City of Taveri's 7th Annual Rocktoberfest, a free concert tomorrow at Wooten Park with multi-platinum recording artist Hinder. Give it to Fly, the Pearl Jam Experience, the Headbang, and the 789s. Plus the Monster Splash Seaplane Contest, food truck cuisine, unique vendors, and more. See you at Rocktoberfest, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. tomorrow. More info at taverisfl.gov.
What does your ex and traffic have in common? Both can hold you back. At TK Law, they help you move forward with confidence and a plan for your future. TK Law, onefirmforlife.com.
Sunnyside Air Conditioning.
Hi, my air conditioner isn't working.
We're hosting a pet
Rock Adoption Telethon.
Pet rocks?
The internet says they're endangered.
Rocks are everywhere.
You know what's everywhere?
Frank Gay is everywhere. I'm calling Frank Gay.
When you have AC problems, you need help now. One of our licensed and certified technicians can have your AC blowing cold air in no time. That's the Frank Gay way.
That's the Frank Gay way.
FrankGayServices.com.
The free iHeartRadio app.
Live radio, 24/7 news, live sports,
and your favorite podcasts.
A pure connection to what moves you.
The best part, it's all free.
Join the millions who already have it on their smartphone. The free iHeartRadio app.
The #1 app for radio.
Hey, I'm Mike Slater. My dad passed away at the age of 63. It's out of nowhere. Had a stroke. Super hard, obviously, for the whole family, but my dad had life insurance. This is why I have life insurance for my family, for my wife and 4 kids. And the best place to get life insurance is ethos.com because you can do it in 10 minutes. And there's no medical exam and no blood test, just a few health questions. Get life insurance in 10 minutes so your family is protected. Ethos, ETHOS, ethos.com/Mike.
Hey, can you blow up some balloons for Jack's party?
I can't. I'm so congested.
You need Sinex Severe from Vicks.
Sinex Severe nasal spray.
Yeah, just Sinex. Breathe.
Sinex Severe instantly relieves nasal congestion and works 6 times faster than nasal decongestant tablets. The 12 hours of relief allow you to get back to the moments that matter without congestion.
Daddy, we need more balloons.
On it. Try Sinex Severe from Vicks. Just Sinex. Breathe. Use as directed.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
Radio 104.1. You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. Your 4 o'clock keyword is WIN, WIN. Slide over to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Angel here with us today.
He's still chewing.
I was getting that. But how did I get that? It was on the molar. Oh my gosh, it's so delicious.
Even when it comes back from the molar.
My favorite thing, like Angel comes walking out of the room. I went in and I poked my head in the master control and I said, did you do the cheesecake and the cinnamon toast martini yet? And he goes, no, I didn't get any cheesecake. So I went over and I said, come out here for a sec. And the cheesecakes are these little small cheesecakes that he brought for us today. And it's, for a normal person, it's 2 bites. For a DJ Giant, however, it is 1 bite. And I said, eat that cheesecake and wash it down with that cinnamon toast crunch martini. That's a eyes roll back in your head scenario.
Yeah.
You
take a pause there.
That is I can't explain what's happening to me right now. Like the first time you ever had sex, you don't know what's going on. I mean, I didn't. It was kind of happened to me. And, yeah, I know. And somebody asked a very important question on the texting service. Said, do you have to tip? No. I mean, it's included. Everything is included in the price. If you want to leave a few bucks, you can. I mean, I've never tipped at this event. It's one I promote. Right. It's just not one. It's not that kind of culture out there. Everything's built into the price. They don't want you to feel pressured to do anything more than you're asked to do. I mean, if you feel so motivated to leave a few bucks, you're certainly welcome to do that. But they don't ever make one pressure, one nothing. And I'm telling you guys, if you want a really fun evening, I'll be there with my wife, hanging out and kind of walking around saying hey to everybody and asking them how they feel about it, trying to explain a few of the things going on. Please do it because it is so much fun and it's just an awesome crowd of people. One of the reasons we've had a long relationship with the guys over at the Rosen, and we help them promote their Thanksgiving dinners and their Christmas dinners, is because they're such wonderful community partners. On top of everything else they do, when hurricanes hit, when things get tough, they're the first property in Orlando to drop those prices down to where people can afford, if they need to leave their house for safety, that they can come to the hotel.
And bring their pets.
And have a place and bring their damn pets. It's amazing. That's kind of part of Harris Rosen's legacy. God rest his soul. Of course, we lost him earlier this year, but it doesn't really matter. That same vibe keeps going through those properties. And Adrian and Tella have been turning this thing out for years, and they do so such a great job. So again, if you can, we would love to see you next Saturday for the event. It's harryspoolside.com/harrysipandsaver. Grab your tickets there, and we will see you next Saturday, and you will understand why we freak out so much when they come in. You will know immediately.
Bring your appetite.
Angel brought his plate out of his studio. We could put that right back in the cupboard.
It was good, dude. I like the portions.
Yeah. And they're bigger at the unit or at the event.
Bigger unit.
I was going to say, you like the food that much, huh? All right.
What are you doing over there, dude?
All right. That's a different kind of sip and savor.
I don't want to get crazy on this old man, but did you guys hear about this 81-year-old man in Osceola County that was killed, unfortunately?
Are you talking about the shed fire?
Yeah.
Junkyard?
Do you know how that started?
I do not know how it started.
So if you have been watching the news, there was a giant fire over at it was like a
it was like a junkyard.
Like a junkyard, right?
Yeah, basically. And it's shut down, what was it, 192 or 1792 for several hours yesterday.
And you would think to yourself, well, it'd be pretty easy for something. I mean, there's so much, oil and gas around those old cars for a spark to happen, or, a piece of glass to catch the sun just right, or something. I mean, all that silly stuff has happened before. That was not the case. Here's exactly how this fire started. Now, again, someone lost their life, so we're not making fun of it, but this is one of those situations where maybe generationally the gentleman didn't understand. He was trying to drill a hole in a propane tank.
What?
Oh.
That's what caused the explosion?
He was drilling a hole in a propane tank.
Old propane?
It just said a propane tank. It doesn't even say if it was empty or not, but that doesn't matter, because even if you think they're empty, you should never, ever, blanking, ever do that, man, because even a little bit of gas in those things can really cause a gnarly scenario, and that's exactly what happened. He was drilling a hole into this tank. It exploded and blew him into this shed that was adjacent to this junkyard, and the explosion caught the shed on fire, and then, of course, it caught the entire junkyard on fire. But that's how that started.
Damn.
He was sitting in the doorway of the shed with a drill and a propane tank. As he attempted to drill a hole into the tank, it exploded, and he was thrown into the shed. The shed became engulfed in flames, and then, of course, it burned throughout the scrapyard and forced 1792 to shut down.
Do we know if he was clout chasing?
I will tell you, that's something that it seems like when I was in high school, it seems like this should have been like a story a day in Putnam County's newspaper. Just because, I mean, it's just, you just do silly stuff. You don't think about it. Maybe he wanted to use the tank for something else. Maybe, who knows, and never thought in a second that even if it was completely empty, that it could have enough gas in there to cause an explosion. But, we know that to be the case.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen some decorative items recently made with, discarded propane tanks.
Right, yeah.
And thought, wow, that's a really cool, like, permanent jack-o'-lantern design, but how do you make it?
Right. I think if you, and maybe some people out there in the scrapyards can help me out with this, because we have a number of them out on the east side of town. I think that it's protocol that even when they bring a car in, like a vehicle in that's scrap, the first thing they do is puncture the gas tank.
Oh, wow.
The very first thing they do is tear or puncture the gas tank to make sure that no fuel, because even a little bit of fuel that stays in those tanks can turn into the fumes, and that's where the real problem happens. It's the fumes. So in the Florida heat, if there's even a cup of gas that gets left in one of these tanks and it gets punctured and there's a spark, it could cause a massive explosion. So I think the protocol there is they just puncture them completely. And I know that when I had an old Z car, an old 240Z, and I was going to clean the gas tank out myself, and I called a buddy who actually owned a shop that specifically worked on that kind of vehicle, and I said, hey, man, I'm about to clean this gas tank open, or a gas tank. What should I do? And he goes, don't touch it. Don't touch it. Take it to a company that does that, because, man, I've heard so many nightmare stories about people thinking they're going to do this, not understanding that it really doesn't take that much gasoline to create a really bad scenario. And sure enough, he was right. When I took the tank over to the guy, he told me, he goes, the best thing you ever did is not F with this thing.
Really?
Yeah, because you just don't realize how volatile that stuff is.
Well, somebody just texted us at 77031 saying propane tanks have 250 PSI.
Oh, man.
That's a ride.
Yeah.
You ever do that science experiment or in science class? So what's one of the neat things or components about gasoline, the liquid, right? You can actually drop a match into gasoline and it won't start on fire. It's the fumes,
The
like
fumes, right.
that are combustible.
Right. And that's why when you go in, like when cops, enter homes or whatever, and there's been a gas leak, the number one thing is you don't go in. You just try to air it out or let it go. I told you guys I left my on my fifth wheel, my camper I had for a while. I left the stove on accident. And we're sitting over there drinking, having a good time, and my propane alarm, my is it CO2 alarm or whatever? It goes off in my camper. And as I'm walking toward it, my buddy Shane yells out and he goes, "Don't open the door, dude." And I said, "Why?" He goes, "It's a bomb." And sure enough, we had to wait for that whole thing to play out. I opened the door, let the thing go, and let the gas go out, went in and turned it off. But he goes, that's how a lot of people wind up dying in those things if you don't have one of those carbon monoxide detectors, or you have a giant explosion, because all it takes is a tiny little spark and it's compressed gas or it's open gas.
Damn.
Gnarly.
Isn't that what creates a backdraft?
Yeah, I think so. Something like that. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. We're going to take a little break. We'll come back in a second and tell you how airplanes and airlines are kind of looking at dogs these days. I'll tell you what that is next.
The Tampa Bay Bucks are in the Motor City to take on the Kings of the North Detroit Lions on Monday Night Football. Coverage starts at 6 p.m. on Real Radio 104.1 and the free iHeartRadio app. Presented by First Horizon Bank and Renewal by Anderson, official partner of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Emergency crews are blocking the ramp from Princeton Street to I-4 westbound. There's an accident off to the shoulder now on US 27 northbound before Florida's Turnpike, slowing things down. The off-ramp's partially blocked from I-4 westbound to Osceola Polk Line Road. There's going to be a lot of bikes on the roadways today and through the weekend, so travel with caution. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Staples. Today's not just any day, it's your lucky day. Staples Easy Deal Days are extended now through October 18th. Easy Rewards members score up to 40% off more than 1,000 products in-store and online. Head to your local Staples store or visit staples.com to save while supplies last. Staples, that was easy.
Hey, whatever you've got going on Saturday morning, make sure you listen as that mortgage guy, Don, hosts the Home Loans Radio Show right here on Real Radio 104.1 from 9 to 10:30 every Saturday morning. He has been a trusted part of our community and the Real Radio family for years and has helped more than a few of us realize our own home buying dreams, including myself, even my mom, and he can do that for you too. It truly is peace of mind right there at your fingertips, so do not miss the boat. Compare your quote at thatmortgageguy.com. Don.com.
Don't miss the boat, compare your quote with thatmortgageguy.com.
Get ready to join the Monsters in the Morning for their Halloween brew bus heading to Lake County. Our two buses are ready to roll Saturday, October 25th with stops in Leesburg, Tavares, and Mount Dora. Costumes are not mandatory, but you know, tickets are on sale now. Special thanks to M&C Fence, Puddle Jumpers, MCA Transportation, Jersey Mike's, and Just Call Mo, Orlando's injury attorneys. Get more info at realradio.fm/brew.
Overheard at the Hard Rock Bet Party. It's Thursday. New Hard Rock Bet rewards are dropping.
Nice. Ed Reed, you in?
The only thing I drop is receivers and mics.
Ed, we're talking bonus bets, deposit matches, parlay insurance.
Oh, okay. I'll do that kind of drop.
Hard Rock Bet Sportsbook. Roll with us. New players bet $5, get $150 in bonus bets if you win. Payable in bonus bets, not a cash offer. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 and up and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
I'm Mark Anajar.
I'm Glenn Levine.
I'm Ellie Anajar. Together, we're Anajar and Levine. If you've been hurt in a car crash, we'll fight to get you the maximum compensation you deserve.
Call Anajar and Levine for your free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE.
In Office Orlando.
Can you trust your home flooring needs to a 17-year-old kid that was in the paint department yesterday? No! Deal directly with Corey, the owner at Core Flooring. He'll beat anyone's price guaranteed. Core Flooring in Winter Park. Online at coreflooringfl.com.
What's up, people? It's Russ Rollins from the Monsters. Teddy Morris's Daytona Harley-Davidson has your $89 oil change to get you all geared up and ready for Triketoberfest and Biketoberfest. October is packed with vendors and concerts. It's got custom bikes and miles of beautiful scenery. That's out in Daytona. The best part, the Monsters in the Morning, broadcasting live. That's right, all the action live Thursday, October the 16th with a live broadcast. No matter what you ride, we want to welcome you to Triketoberfest and Biketoberfest at Teddy Morris's Daytona Harley-Davidson. Let's ride.
Let's go! On CW18, the NASCAR Xfinity Series playoffs continue.
Absolute chaos. My heart is pounding right now.
The title is up for the taking.
Survival is what it's all about in the playoffs.
Whoa! And nobody
Contact made hard.
Timbers are flaring. Is going down without a fight.
These guys are out of control.
The NASCAR Xfinity Series playoffs continue live from Talladega, Saturday at 3:30, only on CW18.
We're following several breaking stories tonight.
West 2 News at 10 on CW18.
I'm Michelle Imparato. And I'm Jesse Pagano.
Covering breaking news across Central Florida, bringing you the latest facts to keep you informed.
New details are coming into the newsroom right now.
And preparing you for what's ahead.
Strong to severe storms moving in.
Michelle Imparato, Jesse Pagan, Darren Stoltzfus, and Chief Meteorologist Tony Manolfi. West 2 News at 10 on CW18. Local, live, late breaking.
Hey, Russ Rollins here for Solar Source. Did you know that utility companies are proposing like the largest utility rate increase in U.S. history? Man, my power bill is getting crazy. How about yours? If it is, won't you solve that problem with Solar Source? Solar Source is available now, and they've helped so many people here in Central Florida save money. And now you can go to Solar Source and get a whole solar system package as low as $89 a month. Guaranteed annual performance, maintenance included, no money down, and you can eliminate that high power bill. Solar Source is the one to help you. It's solarsource.com/monsters. That's solarsource.com/monsters. Why Solar Source? Well, they're Florida's oldest and most experienced solar provider since 1984. The same phone number since 1984. Great customer service. They're somebody you can count on. You tell them Russ Rollins sent you, and you're going to save even more money. Go to solarsource.com/monsters. That's solarsource.com/monsters.
Johnny Knoxville here. Check out Crimeless, Hillbilly Heist, my new true crime podcast, the true story of the almost perfect crime and the Nimrods who almost pulled it off.
It was kind of like the perfect storm in a sewer.
That was dumb. Do not follow my example.